My name's Rory Wade Scott, and I'd like to tell Rory's story. My name's Rory Wade Scott. I was born to the parents of none other than one, Joy Sear. She's not my mother. You know, the donors aren't the ones that are your parents, just like sometimes the ones that give birth to you aren't your parents. Sometimes the people that are your parents are the people that love you, take care of you, and make sure you're alright. That person that did that was Penny Scott, my adoptive mother. See, my father left me with a few short memories. The guy on my birth certificate, who's not my father, left my mom with a good time and then not so much as a goodbye. They weren't meant for each other. I've never known my real father. In fact, I'm an illegitimate child. I've just had a memory of who my father was since I was 3 years old. Because I've seen 2 occasions where I've met my real dad. Am I crazy? I don't consider myself crazy for who I believe my father is. Because I know the memories are memories of fact, not fiction. They're memories of familiar. The memories are distinct. The memories are apparent. They're images. Reliable source of information. They're voiced out. Reliable expertise on definition. No, I'm not talking about defining a word. I'm talking about pure positive picture. And these are the memories. When I was 3 years old, I remember a long, brown-haired, well, blondish, brownish, you know, kind of like my hair. Dirty, blondish, like, haired, tall, skinny individual. I remember, by fact, I remember being in his hotel room with him and his girlfriend. I remember he paid for me to be in the hotel. I remember he also paid for my sins because my mother, Joy Sear, my biological mother, was into theft and stealing and all that type of stuff. And I didn't know what, as a child, like at 3 years old, I didn't know what stealing was. I stole gummy fish and Swedish fish and gummy sharks out of a Hotel 6's compartment store. And, you know, this guy paid for it, told me not to talk about it again, and slapped me on the wrist for it. Wasn't mad, he didn't turn me into the police, he did the manly thing as a father figure. Then, I remember the next day I met him like an episode of Raw. I was taking a bath, my mom was giving me a bath, and then this guy comes in to watch me, make sure I don't drown. Next thing I know, my mom comes back, takes me out, and this guy, hanging out with his buddies, hanging out with his kid, me, decides to give me a tattoo. And, you know, this is where the story starts. I mean, The tattoo is like a Shawn Michaels tattoo. That's why, like, I believe my dad could possibly be either Shawn Michaels or someone with the same tattoo. The tattoo that this man was putting on me was of a heart, dagger through it, snake wrapped around, HBK banner. The only thing is, I didn't want the tattoo at that age. I didn't want it at age 4, and I hate myself. If I took it at age 4, I would have some valid proof. I wouldn't be this man who's questioning whether his father is Shawn Michaels or whether the guy on his birth certificate that everybody knows isn't his father is. To tell you the truth, DHHS has told me my father is not Carrie Ace Griffith, and I have memories of almost getting this tattoo on my shoulder, and having it say on my shoulder son and on his shoulder father, or dad, however you want to call it. It's just, as I grew up, I didn't like wrestling. I didn't get into wrestling until I was 11. I was a late bloomer. But I always knew that I was a fighter. My mom, my biological mother, left me on the street at 4 years old. I was meant to take care of myself my whole life. You know, like, I fought bullies, I fought teachers that didn't want to teach me, I fought everyone. I got my diploma. I'm going to college. I hate bullies. I still fight with them to this day. I am who I am. My name's Rory Wade Scott, and even though I believe that Shawn Michaels, also known as Michael Sean Hickenbottom, is my father, people call me crazy, people laugh at me, people do a lot of things. They really do. People are cruel. But what I've learned through this experience is that at the end of the day, they don't decide who made you or who defined who you are. That's God. And God knows everything. So if I've got questions now, those will be answered as I get older. And even the stuff I have no clue what about, those will be answered in the afterlife. I just made this video to let people know I'm still gonna wrestle. I'm still gonna be an A-class player. I'm still gonna be the most dominant. I'm still gonna be me at 5'7", 187 to 90 pounds. Trying to build up more strength so I can be more than that. Trying to build up more athletic composure and capability to wrestle. I'm still gonna be that person that's that Bob Backlund. That person that wants to try so hard that he'd do about anything to get there. One that's determined to get into a good school that will train him. One that's determined to wrestle. One that's so determined to be, when he's a veteran, in the shoes of Triple H, or in the shoes of All Out Greatness. I understand there's two roads for me. Up and higher. And if I don't get it, I'm still up, I'm just not higher. Hopefully I find who my father is, and if he's not Shawn Michaels, okay. But if he is, at least I was right about something for the first time in my life.